This podcast is brought to you by these generous donors: the Jeremy Schmidt Foundation for the Farts, Arts, the Alex and Christina Sarrazin Foundation, the Ken Nicholas Charitable Trust, the Straddle Institute, the Travis Steele Memorial Foundation, the Chamberlain Fund, and the Norgard Endowment for Public Media.
Zach seems scary because it's going,
Well, yeah,
because of all the outs.
his wide receivers and tight end. He's gonna have to go two running backs.
Or he's going to listen intently when we talk about the free agency team.
And
Yeah.
he's not Zach. I don't know if Zach knows how to pick up a free agent.
I think he gave up on that.
Hello and welcome to week 11 of the Hastings Fantasy Football League podcast 2025 edition. My name is Tony. I am joined by Tim the Commissioner Chamberlain
Hello.
and, as always, Mr. Ken Nicholas.
Oh, hoy hoy. Well, that always is a bit of a
You missed
inaccurate
one
statement.
week.
I missed a week.
We missed 1 week. That's fine.
Yeah, Jeremy found how hard it is to read strangers' names that you've never seen before.
He knows all the players and knows how to pronounce them. All right.
So terrible for the job, you're saying.
Yeah, just not a good fit.
You're cut.
You're cut. All right. So, Tim, do we have any commission notes that we want to go over? Is this where you want to talk about how you and Jeremy are dominating everyone and historically where you fit in world domination?
Let's save that to maybe after we go through
Got it.
the weeks.
Yep.
So the commission note, the only thing of note is,
Yeah.
hey, we're 2 weeks now away from trade deadline.
Trade deadline.
ending. So
And only 4 weeks. I mean, so we've got 4 games left until the end of the regular season, right?
4 games left. Yep.
Getting down there. All right. And I know that you have some notes on what if the season ended today, what would happen? Those types of things, and we can get to those later as well. All right. Let's get into the week that was. Game number 1 was We Ain't Found Shit versus Interesting Facts About Matt Wallner. Guys, I
Who
won.
needs a bench?
I won.
That's
right. Who needs a bench? Oh man, poor Jay Ryan. For me, Baker Mayfield with 16, Ashton Genty with 11, Christian McCaffrey 10, Emeka Abuka 15, Lad McConkey 14, and then we get into some pretty pathetic stuff here. Brock Bowers, he had the big game, in
1 catch.
9, and then he follows it up with a 1 catch for 31 yards against the Broncos. So yeah, that was really bad. Eddie Pinheiro with 2 and the Packers defense with 5. I started my optimal lineup. On the other side for Jay Ryan, Josh Allen with 14 points, J.K. Dobbins with 6, Derrick Henry with 8, Puka Nacua 13, Cortland Sutton 2, Oronde Gadsden goose egg. He left the game early with an injury. Will Reichard with 7, and the Broncos defense, nice game there, 12 points for them. On his bench, notable bench. Tim, I think a couple weeks ago, we were just having like Travion Henderson, like what's going on? Is just like he's clearly the better running back, and yet the Patriots don't want to play him.
Yeah.
They are finding out that he is very clearly the better running back. 14 rushes, 147 yards, and 2 touchdowns against the Buccaneers.
And he was a shoestring tackle away from having another long touchdown on top of that.
And he had that one run where he's like looking back at the bench, hey, should I score? it seems like he's very, aware. It seems like it would be a very veteran move. Boy, yeah, you'd think the Patriots are going to be getting him involved a lot more moving forward. But maybe I'm wrong. Brian Robinson with 11 would have been the play over Derrick Henry, and country music legend Luke Musgrave would have been the play over Oronda Gadsden for 1 extra.
1 point. Yeah.
So I know what you're thinking, Tony, with a victory like that, and you are now 6-4 with 726 points. Surely you are at least, second place in your division. No, all of that has moved me still into last place in the Scratchy division. Disgusting. Okay.
But you
Yeah.
did now tie Jay Ryan
Right.
in record, and this is a divisional game. So what was your outcome of the first matchup? Because these are all repeat matchups now. Do you remember?
I don't recall.
Let me
That's
look.
okay.
I wonder if that gives you the official tiebreaker. So that was back. You played in week 4. Oh, Jay Ryan beat you that week, 100-79. So now you're down to points.
Now we're down to points. Okay. Well, I think he's got me in points right now as well. Yeah, 786 to my 726. So yeah, he's like 60 ahead of me in points too. So I'm gonna need some help. All right. Moving down, next matchup, Shakespearean Al versus Shardy Fartenheimer. Tim, I mean, like this was over before it
Nothing
started.
I could
It
do.
seemed like, yeah.
I knew I was in trouble because of bye weeks, but man, Jonathan Taylor's
Yeah.
week just
He's been
ended all hope.
so incredible lately. Just well, let's start out with your team here. Go ahead and talk about your team.
Okay, well let's Jalen Hurts played in that weird
Oh,
Monday night game.
that was
Um,
terrible. Yeah.
salvaged a TD. Luckily for me, it was to the receiver, Devonta Smith, that I also
Yeah.
started. So
Right.
8 points for Hurts, 11 for Smith. James Cook, I think one of his worst weeks.
Yeah.
I got lucky with Juwan Jennings
Yep.
not being able to play Jamar Chase and getting 11 points. DK Metcalf, I don't know what's going on at Pittsburgh, but their usage of him is just odd. And it's like you can just, his body language just says, much like AJ Brown, I don't know that I want to be here.
Even
So,
yeah, AJ Brown is maybe worse, but yeah,
yeah.
three catches. He does still get targets though, which is interesting. Like he was targeted 7 times.
Yeah.
And I know that you can get into that target stat a little bit too much. And what is a target if it goes sailing over your
Your
head?
head by 10 yards.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that a target? I mean, realistically anyway. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, at least the targets are there, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not pretty.
I don't know what to do with him. So,
Yeah.
George Kittle finally, since I picked him up in a trade, I finally have a tight end touchdown.
Yeah.
So that was good, 13 points. And Chase McLaughlin, 5, Rams defense, 4. So,
Woody Marks
could have got a little help, yeah, from the bench. But you can add up my entire bench plus my starters and then add about 30 some points, and I still wouldn't have beat Jeremy.
Woody Marks, nice game. He's getting some significant usage over the last 4 games. That's encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah, funny stat I was looking up about Woody Marks. Do you know what? His first name is not really Woody. That is a nickname.
I wouldn't
Do you
think.
know what that came from?
I have no. Oh, is it Toy Story?
It is Toy Story. Yeah. And I don't remember why, if he's a big fan or someone thought he looked like Woody. I don't know, but
Right. Yeah. And then just to check in, Jaden Blue still on your team.
Yeah, so that's all about like not being 100% confident in Javonte Williams, but I think I'm coming to the realization that if it's not Javonte Williams, it's probably not going to be anyone.
It ain't going to be Jaden. Yeah. So yeah, on the other side for Shardy Fartenheimer, Lamar Jackson with 12 points, David Montgomery 8, Jonathan Taylor, 42 points. Um, I know I ask you this all the time, Tim, but where does 42 rank in like all-time high scores?
I will look that up. It is, I believe, probably top 10.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, give me go ahead
Sure.
and go
Yeah.
through it and I'll find that.
I mean, and then on the attempts, 32 rushing attempts. 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then adds 3 catches for 42 yards on there.
Yeah, I
Jonathan,
got it.
yeah.
His 42 points is number 6 all
Wow.
time. And I am remembering, he reminds me, this season reminds me so much of one of the big LaDainian Tomlinson years.
Oh,
I
sure.
had to look it up. LT had 28 touchdowns in
Oh my God.
2006. John Taylor has 15, so he's
Yeah,
still in sight. And then I think LT had 3 receiving touchdowns. He had 31 touchdowns that year.
that is
So,
incredible.
yeah.
Jonathan Taylor has only not been in double digits 3 weeks. And when I say double digits, it's like, um,
19 plus.
yeah,
Yeah.
19 plus. Incredible. Anyway, let's move on. I know that we have a lot more to talk about with this matchup here. Jackson Smith and Jigba, a pedestrian game with 13 points. Um, Christian Watson 4, Mark Andrews 7, Will Lutz 4. And then the Seahawks defense had 20 against the Cardinals. So just everything coming up Shardy here. He started his optimal lineup. Just absolutely incredible. He can't be stopped. Who will stop him? He must be stopped. Um, Tim, what kind of interesting historical nuggets do you have about Shardy Vardenheimer and
Yeah.
yourself? Because you two, this was like supposed to be like the Battle of the Titans this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I came to a whimper pretty quickly on my side because I had low points of the week. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, if we want to look at that. So, I took a look at through 10 weeks, all the teams through the history of the league that have done that have had a really good record, but more importantly, I think maybe a better way to judge that is what was their all play record.
sure.
And this is how I've done it in the past. It had been 2 to 3 years since I had looked at this, but I will just give you kind of. I looked at ones that are above a 730 or a 73% win percentage because that was an easier line to draw. So the bottom two in overall win percentage, I had a team in 2015 that actually won the championship. Boo Boo Rouse's house
Mm-hmm.
was 7-3 at this point, had just over 73%. Zach had a team in 2010. That is notable because there was another team in 2010 that Al had, Scottie Pippen's illegitimate children. Love that one. Al was 9-1 at this point and was winning at a 75% clip.
Yeah.
Now we get to the top ones here. So, uh, Jay Ryan in 2018, Margot Forehead was 8-2, winning at a 75% clip. Uh, he ended up winning third place with that team. And it's kind of interesting to look at where they finished.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll note that. Moving up the ladder, the next team is from 2004, the Nonprofits, another team from Jeremy.
Oh, wow.
They were 7-3. They were the points leader at this point by quite a bit. The interesting part there is this was the last win that Germ had in the regular season. He finished the year at 7-6 and lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Continuing that trend, uh, yeah, I'll hit where Jeremy finishes here at the end. But 2017, Adam had a team, the Struggle Busey team, that was 8-2 at this point. But that was actually their last win of the year. They finished at 8-6 and lost in the first round of the playoffs. So there's something about this
First round
group moving
exit.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's tough. He was also the point leader by quite a bit. I'm sorry, and he had a 78.6% win percentage. Now, This year, Jeremy is at 77.3. So he is number 3 all time. I
Oh,
guess I'll go
wow.
back to him.
Okay.
8-2 record. He's the points leader by 57 points. Um, he's had high points only twice. And when I looked at these other teams, a couple of them only had twice, but Adam's team actually had it 5 times in the first 10 weeks. High points. Pretty incredible.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
So
after that, was that the year where we did the two quarterback league?
that was not. That
That was
Okay.
was right around,
2019.
29.
yeah,
Okay.
COVID times. Okay,
Yeah.
right before maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a couple of years before that. So, and here when I was going through this, and I think when we were talking about this on the text chain today, I thought Lucky's teams were going to be in here. They're not.
Oh, wow.
That's because they kind of took off after week 10.
Sure.
But the number one overall team in all play win percentage by a mile, 83.6% win percentage. They had at this point their all play record was 92-18.
Oh my God.
In contrast, I lost all 12 games last week with low points.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ken, by week 10, you had a team that had only lost 18 games in total. Well, would
What
have
year was
lost.
that?
2018. So again, much like Jay Ryan's Margot Four-head team that was 8-2, Ken had a team that was 8-2. Bong appetit.
Petite, yeah.
Bong appetit.
Yeah.
The good old bong appetit.
That team did okay, if I recall.
Yeah. So you were 8-2 at this point. You won the championship and did not lose from this point forward, finishing the
wow.
regular season at 12-2. You won your division, won the championship. Yeah, just rolled over everybody. So that is now
He
our
is
benchmark.
Ken
And
is the benchmark.
yeah,
But Jeremy is still like in third, it sounds like, of
yes,
all-time
yes.
team.
Number 3 all time in the all play. Yep,
Wow.
win percentage.
Tim, you also shared this page that I'm sharing right now where it's more like total points, um, where you're kind of just looking at things total points wise and ranking teams based off of that. Obviously, this is going to have some recency bias because we did the, um, points per first down change,
Yep.
but just calling out Shardy and yourself there um, are the clear points leaders all
For
time.
now.
Just speaking about points. I did
Yep.
want to call it Scroats Goats in 1998, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
is-
was a.
That's incredible. Yeah.
How did you guys have an 18-week season or an 18-game season?
That might have been, there was a time when the NFL had a regular, was there 2 buys? There was some craziness for a while there. Or this could be just a website glitch where it's showing more games than there actually was.
Well,
That
because I
team only
looked at
lost 1 game throughout the whole regular season.
well, the system said he had a 15-3 record that year.
Yeah, I don't know that could be right because unless it counts playoff games, even so, I don't. Yeah, I
It
don't
was
know how
it was
he
a
gets
different
there.
time, Ken. No
Yeah.
one remembers.
Yeah, I was just curious.
The other interesting thing, Tony, since you're on this page,
Yeah.
if you go to the top where it says "Show me records for total points scored," you can
Yeah.
do wins there, and you can see
Okay.
how many teams have ever been 9-1, 8-2, whatever. And I do want to call it that Jeremy did have a team that's been better than this in win-loss percentage.
Dagmar
The
Betty.
Dagmar Betties
Yes.
in 2011, which won the championship,
Yeah.
although they didn't have this great point differential and didn't have the all-play win percentage. But he's been here before, I guess.
He's been here before. Yes. Oh, my slow gin fuse team. Yes, I want a marijuana. All
Not
right.
Ken's team. That's Travis.
Yes, right. Good to point out. All right, so like Jeremy gets the victory here, 110-59. Jeremy moves to 8-2, while you are also 8-2, Tim. Jeremy
Yeah,
is the
more.
points leader. He is crushing everyone in his way.
Yep.
He must be
And this is a big game, right? Because only one team from our division has a chance at getting the bye.
right.
And Jeremy now has the tiebreaker over me. We have split the regular season, but Total points now, he's 57 points more than me.
Incredible. All right. Moving on. The Bong Bus versus Three Ball Combo. Ken, you come back after a devastating loss last week to beat the young Aiden 86-67. Talk about your team.
Well, it was a must-win divisional
Yes.
game,
Yeah.
and
Your locker room speech must have been incredible.
I was like, "Hey guys, could we like winners stuff?" And we said, "Yeah, we can win." Jackson
Let's go
Dart
out there
led the
and
way.
not get zeros.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
inspiring.
Well, there was some good and there was some bad.
AJ Brown did not get the memo.
So Jackson Dart, thank God I started him over Bo Nix, but
Not an option.
once again, leading with his head
Yeah.
led to a concussion.
Yep.
So he's probably going to be on the sidelines until at least week 12, if not week 13. Disappointing.
Yeah.
Must go on. Jahmyr Gibbs on Offensive Player of the Week, which is, I don't know how we got that over Jonathan Taylor, but we'll take that trophy. Got 32 points. Bijan Robinson, holy crap. I mean,
So frustrating.
it's like if it's not Gibbs giving up touches to David Montgomery, it's Bijan Robinson being like, "Hey, Tyler Algier,
Tyler Algier.
how about we pad your stats?"
Yeah.
Just touchdown after touchdown being given away to someone other than my guy.
Yeah. Bijan's
and-
had 2 good games this well, let's say 3.
Yeah,
No,
it's
let's say 4. Let's say 4 good games. But
yeah, he's kept me competitive when I've needed to, but you expect more out of your number one.
yeah.
Especially after what a year last year. But
Yeah,
what can you do?
for sure.
Also on the downward slope, AJ Brown had a message to all of his fantasy owners. Cut him.
Yeah, what are you gonna do here? Like,
Roll with it.
Really?
you're like
He's
to
going to
me,
stay in your lineup.
To me, he's not startable. Are you
I
gonna?
would agree.
Yeah.
So I'm not starting Troy Franklin this week.
Really?
Why
Well,
He's
not?
been
maybe I
getting the
should.
most
I don't know.
targets. He's got 10, 8, 10, and 9 targets the last 4
Yeah.
weeks.
8, 10, 10, 8, 10, 9. That's a lot of targets.
I'll consider it.
I know it's really tough because AJ Brown is
It's
such.
AJ Brown.
You
It's
know
AJ
he's going to
Brown.
go off. Yep.
It's
Right.
AJ Brown. He's so talented, and yet there is clearly just a lot of crazy crap going on there.
Did you guys have I don't know if you watched the whole game on Monday night when they went for it on 4th down and then threw a bomb to AJ Brown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nearly
It was like-
uncatchable ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he give full effort? It did not
I don't
seem
know.
like he
No,
was.
I don't think he thought they would actually throw the ball.
Well,
We're
is it
not
one of the-
actually going to go for this, are we?
It's like this is the stupidest idea ever.
Yeah. To me, he at this point, I mean, you can look at the matchups and stuff, and maybe week 12 against the Cowboys, you can consider it, but I don't know. And then you're lucky that, I mean, my God, he plays the Raiders and the Commanders in week 15 and 16 for your playoffs. But,
You mean my championship run?
well, your playoffs. I get ahead of ourselves. But like leading up to there, I don't think he's startable.
Well, we're gonna have to roll the dice, see what happens, consult the bones.
Okay.
Decisions to come. But yeah, for last week, big solid 0 effort. Tedero of McMillan, great player, terrible team situation. Puts up 6 points.
They're just so weird, Carolina. They'll beat, they'll win a game that they weren't expected to win, and then the next week they played the Saints last week, and they weren't even close.
And yet he's only
So
scored
weird.
2 touchdowns that were
Yeah.
occurred in the same game.
Heard in the same game. Yeah.
Yep.
Against the
Theo Johnson put up a respectable 6 points, considering
Yo.
no touchdown this week.
Yep.
But I think he put up 71 yards, something like that, and some first downs. I'll take it.
75. 7 catches, 75 yards.
Nice. Jason Myers. Very happy that I started him.
Yeah,
Just
14.
for Mr. Aubrey.
Yeah,
And then the Buffalo Bills. I don't know
terrible.
why I keep thinking they're a good defense.
They are not. They just
Yeah, I'm really actively thinking about doing that.
yeah.
When Tim was caressing Jeremy's ego a few minutes ago, I was looking at defensive alternatives.
Stroking it. Yes, we will be talking about that when we get to the free agent team. But Buffalo just isn't as good of a defense as everyone thinks. On your bench, Tyler Algier, like we said, 17 points.
17 points, two freaking touchdowns from the
Uh,
1 yard line.
Troy Franklin, who should be in your starting lineup, 9 points over AJ Brown. And then the Patriots defense would have given you an extra 3 points. On the other side for Aiden, Marcus Mariota, 13 points. Wow, yeah. I guess Patrick Mahomes was on a bye. Kenneth Walker the
But still
third.
13 points. That's
Yeah,
that's not bad.
it's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah.
More than Bo Nix.
Ken Walker the third, 6 points. Jalen Warren, 9. Justin Jefferson, 4. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 11. Tyler Warren, 8. Cam Little with 12. And the Colts defense with 4. On his bench, Travis Etienne would have been the play over Ken Walker. And Stephon Diggs would have been the play over Justin Jefferson. Man, the Vikings looked like an absolute mess. Like it looked like there was no plan. It was like one of those things where they had the scripted first drive, like everybody knew what to do on the first drive, and then after that, everyone kind of just did the shruggy eye emoji, like, well, that was all we had. I don't know if we're actually running plays or drawing them up in the sand or what we're doing here. But
Just do what you feel. Be
yeah,
like the boy.
run whatever route you want to run. Um, All right, so the Bong Bus gets the victory, moves to 5-4-1, while Free
Top of the
Ball
heap, baby.
Combo moves to 4-6. Yeah, you're on top of the terrible division. All right,
Yeah,
next
he's
game.
got that weird game and a half lead over Aiden now. Yeah.
Next up, Garrick Scolders versus Breakfast Clubbing Seals. It is the brother-in-law battle, and this one wasn't really that close. Travis gets the victory here, 90-73. Not a bad effort from Brian, but I think he was
Respectable.
really let down by Sam Darnold with only 3 points. But then, Rico Dowdle had 12, Brees Hall 17. DJ Moore, though, gets shut out. Did he even have? He had four
No.
targets, didn't catch any of
He,
them.
yeah, he got
Didn't he
hurt,
like
didn't he?
throw a
Oh,
touchdown
you're
the week
right.
before?
I think he got
Yes.
hurt. Yes.
Yeah, that's disappointing. That and Darnold just sank him. Because
Yep.
otherwise, it was a pretty impressive
Yeah,
outing.
it was. Yeah, Zach Ertz with 4, Tyler Loop with 13, and the Chargers defense with 11. On his bench, Aaron Rodgers would have been the play for another extra point, and that's it. That wouldn't have done anything. On the other side for Travis, 9 points from Justin Herbert. Devon Achand, 30 points. 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then added 6 catches for 51 yards on top of that.
His
Great.
high points of the season. Yeah,
Yeah.
30. Ooh.
Jordan Addison with only 2, Nico Collins with 13, Drake London with a great game, 18 points. Drake London has been on fire.
Yes.
Wow.
He loves those overseas matchups,
One,
right?
two, three,
Yeah.
4, 5. The last 5 games that he's 6 games that he's the last 5 games that he's played in, he's gone over 100 yards and had a touchdown in 4 of them. So nice from Drake London. Colston Loveland with 5, Jake Bates with 12, and the Vikings defense with 1. On his bench, Jacoby Brissett, 14. Boy, nice day from Jacoby. And Zay Flowers would have been the play over Jordan Addison. Breakfast Clubbing Seals gets the victory. They move to 5-5, while Garrick Scolders, the unluckiest team in fantasy football, moves to 2-8.
Kobe Brissett could be giving Kyler Murray a lot more time to play Call of Duty.
Yes, he's going to have plenty of PlayStation time.
Oh, yeah. How about the rest of the season, buddy?
K Sarah versus Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers is our next matchup. For Lucky,
We need
Caleb
to
Williams.
interject something here, or are we doing that in post?
Oh, yes. Well, you're right. Before I talk, well, let's go through these matches. You know what? I'm gonna change things up. We're gonna do it after we talk
Hey,
about
you're
these
the
matches.
boss.
Yep. Caleb Williams with 18 points for Lucky. Saquon with only 8. Devontae Adams with 14. Michael Pittman, was he hurt or something? 0 points? No, he had 2 catches for 19 yards. Not enough to get
Ooh,
points.
not enough.
Bizarre. Yeah.
With the Alex Pierce
All
show.
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. And Alex Pierce.
Although, how do you? Well, maybe, I'm not even gonna ask. Maybe they had negative yardage, or yardage. Jalen Waddle with 5. Sam Laporta with 5. Chris Boswell. Oh, I had that wrong. Jalen Waddle with 12. Sam Laporta with 5. Chris Boswell with 5. And the Lions defense with 2. On his bench, Aaron Jones would have been the play over Saquon. Sure. Yeah. And DeAndre Swift would have been the play over Michael Pittman. On the other side for Al, Daniel Jones with 11. Kamani Vidal, 18 points.
Ooh.
He's been doing okay.
He's hot and cold.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is very hot and cold. He is
Every other week.
Every other week, yes.
Well, it's about time to turn it on because Omarion Hampton's going to be coming back soon.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams with 18. Romeo Dubs with 1.
Yikes.
Jameson Williams, nice game. 119 yards on 6 receptions and a touchdown. 16 points against the Commanders. It is the Commanders. Trey McBride, 17. Mike Badgley with 7. And the Panthers defense with 4. On his bench, Alec Pierce would have been the play over Romeo Dubs for a lot of extra points.
Well, and he could have started Justin Fields and still won. So
yeah.
there you go.
There you go. Yep.
Put that in your pocket.
So
you need those extra 5 points. Yep.
This moves. Al gets the victory here, moves to 5-5, while K Sarah moves to 5-5 as well. Now, if you remember, this was the Battle of the Cosmos, or Cosmos, the Battle of Cosmos, however you want to phrase it. And we are going to insert here our calls from the public.
Calls from the public. Calls.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller, Big Al calling in. Sorry I can't make the show tonight. However, I wanted to give a quick update on the Battle for Cosmos. With the rules of the Battle of Cosmos are that you need a clear head-to-head victory in the season for the illustrious trophy of the Corn Cob to exchange hands. That, with my surprise victory, that is unlikely to happen unless we meet in the playoffs, which is possible, but also seems unlikely, given my general negativity towards my team. So that is the status of the Battle of Cosmos, still to be decided, but looking favorable to stay in Plainfield, Illinois. Other update I wanted to give is, speaking of my team that I absolutely hate, I wanted to give you a rundown on the horrific recap of my draft that we happened this year. First round pick, Malik Neighbors, out for the year. Second round pick, Omarion Hampton. Looked okay, but has been out most of the year. I didn't have a third round pick because I traded it away, stupidly. Fourth round pick, Xavier Worthy. Useless. Did not have the fifth round pick. Moving to the sixth, I drafted Justin Fields and Calvin Ridley. Both pretty useless, although I still am madly in love with Justin Fields. Seventh round pick. Did not have one of those either. Eighth round pick, J.K. Dobbins. This was actually a pretty good pick, but I traded him away because I'm desperate for receivers. Although Jameson Williams has not been terrible. Ninth round pick, Chris Godwin. Useless. 10th round pick, Trevor Lawrence. Still a bad quarterback, even though he's getting paid. 11th round pick, Dylan Sampson. Remember him? He was supposed to be the backup or even starter in Cleveland. Nope, that didn't happen. 11th round pick, Xavier Legette. Nope. 25 points all year. That are my first 11 round picks, and beyond that, it becomes actually useful, like a handcuff and Kyron Williams, and then it becomes better. But good Lord, was I dumb in the draft this year. Look forward to listening.
And here's where I will insert Al's call from the public,
Genius.
where he talks about him and Lucky's very weird.
Are we
scoring-
keeping a synopsis in? Because I
No.
think we should.
Oh, okay. Very weird scoring system on how they determine who wins the Battle of the Cosmos, because it's not just one game, it's a season-wide record, I guess. And then he complains about his team, his draft, and how everyone got hurt. So
We farmed out your summary to AI, Al. That's what we took away
how was
from it.
that? Yeah, that's
This is different than Jay Ryan and Nathan Gratz's The Golden
the
Piano.
golden
Oh, yes.
piano. Oh, I
That
really,
would be sent to and from multiple times per
Yes.
season.
that's how. If you want my opinion, that's how it should work. But I want people paying those shipping costs on a regular basis.
They could just
Okay. Thank you, Al, for the calls from the public. Please feel free, everyone else, to continue using calls from the public, because I love hearing the theme song. Last game, it is what, 5 Me a Worry versus the Big Beautiful Team. This was Jeff versus Zach. Jeff gets the victory here in, another pretty close to being a blowout here, 82-65. For Jeff, Drake May with 11, Josh Jacobs 14, Quinshon Judkins 8, Tez Johnson, nice day, 15 points, 4 catches, 42 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Khalil Shakir 5, Dallas Goedert 5, Cameron Dicker, the kicker, with 12 points, and the Texans defense with 12. On his bench, Jared Goff would have been the play over Drake May for an extra 6 points, and Deebo Samuel would have been the play over Khalil Shakir for an extra 3. On the other side for Zach, Matthew Stafford, 20 points. Guys, Matthew Stafford, newsflash, Matthew Stafford's still really, really good.
I wrote him off the beginning of the season because of his back complaints.
Yeah.
It's either they found a really good drug or they were overstating the problem.
Yeah, it is the Rams, they're I would put them in the top 3 teams in the NFL right now.
Yep.
They're excellent.
And their goal line running back is throwing to Devontae Adams. What's he got, like 6 1 or 2 yard touchdowns in the
Yeah.
season? Something crazy.
Zach Charbonnet with 13. Keishan Butte, he had 1 target. That's it. I think he was still wait, no, he was out. Why did Zach even have him in the lineup? What's going on? That was a known thing. Zach, come on. Get on the trolley. Marvin Harrison.
Everybody but Zach.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison with 11. Roma Dunze with 14.
He's back.
Yes. After getting shut out the week before against the Bengals, and then he comes back strong against the Giants. 6 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Isaiah Likely with 1, Chad Ryland with 2, and the Browns defense with 4. On his bench, Nick Chubb would have got a couple extra points, and the Bears defense would have gotten a couple extra points. But yeah, Zach loses, moves to a league worst 1-8-1, and Jeff moves to 4-6, and that is the week that was. Ken, I usually jokingly ask you, were there any transactions this week? Knowing full well that there were plenty of transactions last week, but this week, that is actually not the case. There's
transactions this week are brought to you by Shardy Fartenheimer.
Yeah, not much happened.
It's pretty much him. So not much to talk about, but we'll start it off with where we need to start. He picked up Brashard Smith for $1, dropping Ollie Gordon. Okay. And from a transaction standpoint, that's kind of all that happened. I dropped Travis Hunter, who I had on IR because it was announced that he's having surgery and going to be out for the remainder of the year.
Sure. Yeah.
Off
Then,
a practice injury, right?
yeah, non-contact too. He
That's
must have
weird.
just
Yeah.
hit
That's
it just
unfortunate.
perfectly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he just seemed to start to connect with Lawrence too, which frustrating, but probably even more so for Jacksonville than for me. Jeremy strikes again, dropping Hunter Henry so he can reactivate Cam Scatabo. And why
would he do
Yeah,
that?
so
Yeah.
that was funny because I saw the transaction come through activating Cam Scatabo, and I was like, something is definitely up here.
Yeah, well, I could see Scatabo just marching out of the hospital. He goes like, "I'm fine. I can play through it." And the Giants being like, "Yeah, sure, okay." But what happened is Jeremy was able to put him up as trade bait. Because I did listen to the podcast, and Jeremy was talking up Scatabo as being a keeper for next year.
Mhm.
And Aiden bid on that because he would be a 16th round pick if he were to keep him.
Yeah.
So in addition to Cam Scatabo, Jeremy also gave up his 3rd and 4th round pick for next year,
Mhm.
plus 12 blind bidding dollars, which in a few seconds is going to sound really weird.
Yeah. Blind bidding
Because
dollars is just
Aiden gave up
dumb, but
Amon
whatever.
St. Brown.
Yeah.
He gave up Amon Ra, plus his 10th and 12th, kept that 11th, solid deal. But gave up his 10th and 12th round picks for next year, and gave Jeremy 23 blind bidding dollars. So essentially, Jeremy gets 11 blind bidding dollars.
Right. I don't know. My big question is Cam Scatabo going to be playing at the beginning of next year?
Yes. And Ken, you mentioned that he would be a 16th round keeper. He was actually drafted. He was drafted in the 10th round.
Oh, get
that's-
out.
So
So he's a
so
ninth.
he's a 9th. Yep.
And so is Aiden going to spend a 9th round pick for someone who, I mean, he dislocated his ankle, right?
His injuries were more severe, I read.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was
just
multiple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Ligaments and yeah.
you're in Chris Godwin type territory.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get 2026 out of him, God bless. I don't know if there's going to be a 2027 season based off of his style of, let's call it, extremely reckless play.
So to me, like, I don't know how valuable Cam Scatabo really is, or what is the value there?
Well,
now, yes,
I think the trade was honestly the 3rd and 4th round picks.
Yes, yeah.
I mean,
Which is pretty significant. I can't think of another trade. Can you guys where you trade two high draft picks?
I can't off the top of my head, but yeah, that's
because like I haven't looked at what Jeremy's got for potential 1st, 2nd round keepers for next year. If anything.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
So what did you see there, Tim?
Yeah, well, my first thought is I thought he had drafted Lamar Jackson in the 4th or something. Well, it turns out that was actually a 2nd rounder. So if you were to keep Lamar, that would be a 1st rounder.
And what
his
about
3rd and
Jonathan
4th?
Taylor?
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor was a 1st. So
okay, so he could keep him 1st and 2nd.
Yep, both. The players that would be interesting we wouldn't keep then, Jackson Smith and Jigba was a 3rd. So he'll move up to a 2nd. So he's probably making a choice between one of those two. The players he now probably could not keep without doing another trade would be Tony Pollard. Well, who cares?
Yeah.
He'd move up to a 3rd. And what was the other one a 4th rounder that he traded? It was, right? It was 3rd and 4th?
Yeah, he traded his 3rd and 4th round.
Okay, so he doesn't have a 5th rounder on his roster. So no big deal there, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think this was about getting those 3rd and 4th round draft picks. But I don't know. Cam Scatabo to me it just doesn't do a whole lot. But
yeah. Now on the flip side, on Jeremy's side, he now has the number 1 and number 2
Rich get
wide
richer.
receiver scorers. Complement that with the number 1 quarterback in points per game, although Lamar has missed a bunch of games, and the number 1 overall player in Jonathan Taylor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
scary
this is
what could
gonna be
happen here.
great.
Well, we will see. Yeah, he's going all in on this year. Oh,
Before,
yes,
do you
go
want to
ahead.
hit the playoff?
Yes,
If the season
excellent.
were to end today, just kind of
Let's
we're
do that.
close enough. Yeah,
Yep.
we're close enough to the end of the year, right? Where we can start to look at the playoff
4
scenarios.
weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it is pretty cut and dry now after the outcomes this week that kind of broke up some of these ties. But clearly, the number 1 overall seed would be Shardy Fartenheimer at 8-2.
Mhm.
They would get the bye. Yes, he and I have the same record, and we have split our season series. But as we said earlier, he has a 50-some point advantage over me, and I'm probably not going to make that up. So um, he would be number 1. Number 2, interesting. Ken would be our number 1, our
There
number
is
2 seed.
no justice in the world.
Ken would again get a first round bye. And at 5-4-1, the interesting part there is Travis, who is kind of making a surge as of late, is half a game behind you. So that will be interesting to watch.
As I said, I just got to win 2 games and hope Travis doesn't win 3.
Yep. And rounding out the the Itchy division, that matchup between Lucky and Al was pretty significant too, because they had split their season series. They have split their season series now.
Yep.
They're both 5-5. So we go to points, and that means that Lucky right now has a 40-some point advantage, 50, I guess.
50-some, yeah.
Yep. And he would be our number 3 seed. Number 4, number 5, and number 6 are all going to come from the scratchy division. That means that I would get the number 4 seed right now at 8-2, 2 games better than Ken in the loss column. Yet I would be playing the first week. Jay Ryan would get the 5th seed, and Tony, you and Jay Ryan are tied at 6-4. You may have only played once this year so far yet. No, you played twice, right?
We
You
talked about that. We split. Yep.
Sorry. Yep. But he's got more points.
He's got more.
Yep,
So
60 points ahead.
Yeah.
Yep. So that would mean the first week playoff matchups would be the number 3 seed, Lucky, versus Tony, and number 4 versus number 5, me versus Jay Ryan. And of course, everybody else is in the Blood Bowl. I'm sorry, the Toilet Bowl. And
all right.
that is all.
Thank you for that recap. Let's move on to the free agent game where we draft a team full of free agents and see how they do. Last week we picked Bryce Young as our free agent quarterback. I didn't.
I don't think you were shouted into this.
I was against.
I think you were seduced with facts and figures.
I
will never bring to the table.
I even wrote a note here: Davis Mills versus Jags, and
I heard Jeremy just started all these numbers and
statistics.
All lies.
I deferred to our guest, and Jeremy got his way. 1 point for Bryce Young.
You got gorilla dusted.
Amari DiMarcado with 7 points. Devin Singletary with 5. Parker Washington with 8. Jalen Lane had 1 catch for like 41 yards. 3 points there. I wanted to go with Jerry Jeudy, but I was shouted down yet again. Jerry Jeudy did great, by the way. Dalton Schultz had 12 versus the Jaguars. Chris Boswell with 5, and the Panthers defense with 4. For a total of 45 points. Not good enough to meet Tim's 59 as the low score of the week. So Everyone's safe there. We haven't beat anyone on the free agent team in a long time, which really tells you the types of players we're dealing with here. But that being said, let's move on to week 11 free agents. Quarterbacks. Now,
I think there's only one choice here. If you
so
want to shoot for the sky.
that was my initial thought too, Tim, is my guy, Jameis Winston, is returning to greatness to lead the New York Football Giants against the Packers. I will say that is a tough matchup for Jameis, and one that I can definitely see could be problematic in terms of interceptions happening.
Oh, he will throw 3 or 4
Sure,
interceptions.
yeah. It's just
But
how
will he
many
make up
touchdowns
to
are you gonna get?
it?
Yeah,
Yep. And how many yards,
yeah,
which has
yeah.
been.
Now, I guess I will also throw out Mac Jones against the Cardinals. Mac Jones,
Supposedly Purdy's starting.
is that right?
Yeah, that's what I heard this afternoon.
Okay.
He's
I guess.
trending towards being the starting quarterback,
All right, we'll
according to his
cross that
coach.
out. We'll cross that out then. Davis Mills gets to play the Titans.
2 weeks
Unless,
in a row for Davis
well,
Mills. Yeah.
unless who's that coming back from concussion? He's my backup quarterback.
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud, yes. So I guess maybe that is in question. I don't know where he is in the concussion protocol. So the other one would be Tua against the Commanders. The Commanders
No.
defense is awful.
I can't ever suggest Tua.
Okay. So are we all on the Jameis train here?
I mean, I have not seen this Brock Purdy news because I too am a Mac Jones believer, but let's go with the Winston. Let's air it out.
All right, running back. And flex, because I'm just gonna say I think it's easier right now to find running backs who are at least gonna get you a couple carries than it is for a wide receiver right now. I had a harder time finding wide receivers, but I know Jeremy was talking. We'll wait to get to that. For running backs, I had Sean Tucker versus the Bills. I don't know if Bucky Irving
Do
is
it.
going to be back yet.
I
So,
don't believe so.
No,
Yeah.
still doubtful.
and then Amari DiMarcado, just like last week, might be good for.
He'll put up 7 points.
He put up 7 points last week.
And he put up
Yeah,
7
and the
points
nice
before
part-
that. He's about to pay out.
Nothing.
Yeah, he traditionally been the third down back, so you'd think hopefully you get some points just out of catches.
Sure. Yeah.
So
All right. Amari DiMarcado. Okay. Wide receiver. I really had to look deep here. Mac Hollins had a huge game last week for the Patriots, just because Kayshon Boutte is out. And I don't know if Kayshon Boutte is going to be back this week, but he had a significant game. I know a lot of those yards were on one catch, but he gets to play the Sauce Gardner less Jets. And then I had Jerry Jeudy playing a softer Ravens defense, even though they didn't really look like it last week at times. But
I heard they're thinking about starting Deshaun Watson.
no.
the
Wow.
Browns, really? I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah. Like I didn't think he would ever see a football field again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shador Sanders has a better chance
Yeah.
of starting than
Jeremy did throw out Michael Wilson for the Cardinals just because
Yeah.
they're down to,
Harrison had appendix surgery.
yeah, they're down
Oh,
to
really?
He's
just
going to be out for a while.
Yikes.
not many receiving options there. So
Yeah, not much you can do about that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like, oh, sorry,
that
coach,
is
my
something-
appendix burst.
The Cardinals will be playing the 49ers.
Oh
Who,
boy, yeah.
who do
We
you
would
like
have
out
two
of
Cardinals in the starting lineup. I
that
don't know
is
if
true.
that
That is true.
Yeah,
is a
they're due.
consideration. They do, yes.
Jacoby Brissett sling it. He's slinging it.
Yeah, he's doing way better than expected.
Yeah.
Tim, what do you think? Who do you like out of this group?
Um, the there was a name that I was looking at that you didn't say.
Oh,
Jaden
okay.
Higgins.
Not Higgins. Who was I looking at? Oh, the other for the Patriots, you were looking at Mac
Mac
Hollins.
Hollins, yeah.
Demario Douglas
Pop
has
Douglas.
had a couple
Yeah.
big games too. Um, the only thing is, I don't know how much of a fight the Jets are going to put up, and could that turn into just a running game in the second
Yeah,
half?
for sure.
So
But Jets are
I,
on a 2-game winning streak. Who knows? Maybe they'll be inspired.
that's true. Yeah. So I
Um,
don't know that I'm much help with those. They're not great choices this
no,
week.
they are not.
Oh, here's the other name I was saying. Luther Burden. If DJ Moore is out,
Oh
doesn't that put
boy.
him in the starting lineup against Vikings?
He has done nothing this year. I know he had the one game with the long,
Yeah,
but man, he is just not very involved. But
Yeah, looking at he does have one touchdown on the year, and he's never been above 4 targets. Let's
yeah.
scratch that.
Um, do we like Jerry Judy? Jerry Judy or Michael Wilson? Let's play this game.
I would choose
Jerry
Judy
Judy.
All right.
Judy over Wilson. Yeah.
I mean, he
Mac
did get targeted
Hollins.
12 times in this last game.
Mac Hollins or Pop Douglas?
They're going up against Jersey, so, and I know they're not actually Jersey, but hmm. Feels like a coin flip you're going to get wrong every time.
Yep. I'd say Pop Douglas is probably the more consistent,
Let's go with them.
but even that is that's a bit of a coin flip.
Let's
And
do
then
it.
finally, Pop Douglas or Michael Wilson.
Yeah. Michael Wilson. Yeah, last
Just
week was the first time he had more
yeah,
than
just
five. Oh, he had more than 5 targets one other time.
just the opportunity that he's getting because of the
Yeah.
injuries and illnesses.
Yeah.
Who's
And it comes
Arizona
down
even
to
playing?
the 49ers.
Niners.
I don't know how their defense is this year.
Not good.
Okay.
If you look at the page, it'll tell you their average they've given up is 19 points to wide receivers there.
Well, how about this? Let's go with Michael Wilson because
right.
then we can blame Jeremy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that idea. Great
Yeah.
idea, Ken.
It's like it's all his fault.
Yep. Okay. Next up for tight end, Dalton Schultz had a great week last week. Can he do it again versus a terrible Titans team?
I
Or
say yes.
do we do Cade Otton versus the Bills? And as we discussed, the Bills are not a good team. They are number one in the league versus tight ends, though, I will say. And Dalton Schultz is questionable at this point, although they think it was just he's sitting out practices for maintenance.
Is there a reason we're not talking about Hunter Henry?
Do you want Hunter Henry?
I'm just asking. Drake May's a good.
that could be a consideration too, I would think.
They're playing up against the Jets, so
Those poor Jets.
well, how many?
You dropped him, right?
Jeremy did, didn't he?
Yeah, I have not had
Okay.
Hunter Henry on my team this year. I don't believe.
He wasn't good enough for Jerry.
Ryan, the Kyle Pitts.
Why would he
train.
be good enough for our free agent?
Well, Jeremy's got points to spare.
That's
He
right.
can just let this. What he thinks is only averaging 10 points a game. Cut.
One man's trash is another
Mhm.
man's treasure. Okay. You guys, Dalton Schultz got you 12 points last week, and you're just going to kick him to the curb.
No,
Hunter
I'm still
Henry-
thinking we should go to Dalton Schultz. I was just curious as to
Okay.
is there box office poison associated with Hunter Henry that I'm just not aware of? Because I'll be honest, my tight end situation is a little suspect.
Okay. Kicker.
I hate to say it, but we need the
Yeah.
we need moral oral here.
Yeah.
Harrison Butker.
The answer for
Yeah.
both, we talked about this over text thread, but the answer for both of these positions are Chiefs players, and so I think it's Harrison Butker,
Agreed.
and it is the Chiefs defense against the Broncos. Although I will say the Falcons against the Carolina Panthers would be another option, but
Yeah, the
Or
weird part
Miami
there,
versus
remember
Washington.
their first game, Falcons versus Panthers. Remember that was a 30-0 drubbing by the Panthers.
yeah, it's just really
The
weird.
Falcons are just weird.
Both of those teams are just,
Yes.
I just don't know which team is going to show up on
Yep.
that particular day. All right.
And the
That was
Falcons are at
a-
home.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yep.
All right. So we
Brutal.
got Jameis Winston as our quarterback. Sean Tucker is our running back. Amari DiMarcado is our flex player. Michael Wilson and Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver. Dalton Schultz at tight end. Harrison Butker at kicker, and the Chiefs defense.
I actually don't mind that lineup at all. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right, let's move on then to the week ahead. First game in the week ahead, starting lineups. We ain't found shit versus Garrick Scolders. Brian is favored here 61-56.
What?
Rico is questionable, but Aaron Rodgers gets the Bengals. That's a great matchup for him.
True.
CeeDee Lamb gets the Raiders. I mean, both. I would say if you have players,
I
on
look
both
at Garrick's teams and I'm just like, how is he doing?
so
Oh, it seems scary.
interesting
Yeah.
looking at CeeDee Lamb is his year has kind of been a bit of a mess. I mean, sometimes the yardage is there, but he only has one touchdown on the year, and then he missed 1, 2, 3 games and then left the Bears game early. So he's been just out 4 games. And I'm sure Brian took him,
Number
first
one.
overall.
First round.
First
Third overall.
third.
Mhm.
So
He's still getting a
not
ton of targets. His
Right,
targets have been ramping
absolutely.
up here too.
Yeah.
So
ton of targets, but not getting in the end zone, and
Yep.
sometimes not leading to catches. So
and this week he plays the Raiders.
yeah,
So
this week, start all your Raiders, start all your Cowboys.
yeah.
I wonder what the line is going to be on that game, and I would be tempted to do the over on that one. On the other side for me, yeah, that is pretty much my standard lineup. I do get, hopefully Ashton Genty can punish the Cowboys. And Emeka Ibuka against the Bills. That should be okay, I think. I think Lad McConkey will be fine. So yeah. And then Brock Bowers against the Cowboys too. So I know I have a lot of Raiders, but this is the week that actually that pays off. All right. Moving down. K Sarah versus the Bong Bus. This is a game with playoff implications, right?
It's one of the two I think I need to win.
You got Bo Nix in there because you kind of have to.
Have
I
to.
kind of have to.
Yep.
I mean, I don't have to, but I kind of have to.
Yeah, but you're
I think he can pull it off.
you're relatively healthy outside of that though. You got Kyle Pitts in there. We've had this discussion before. I don't know why you keep going back to Kyle Pitts hat.
Well, because I like Theo, but he doesn't have Jackson Dark this week.
Yeah, he's got
He's got
quarterback.
Jameis.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So Jameson Williams is a person who throws the ball like either 40 yards or in the dirt.
All right.
So I just don't see him targeting his tight end that often.
We were
Fair
talking
point.
about
Yeah.
teams that are banged up. Lucky's team is very banged up as well.
And it's Kyle Pitts
Oh.
versus the Panthers,
You know,
who fucking aced them the last time they played.
Kyle Pitts, man. Look at
As
this.
I told you, my
at
tight
this
end
stat.
suspect or
He's
situation
he's
is
got
just
one
not good.
touchdown on the year, and it's when he played the Commanders.
Yeah.
Bigger surprise, Tony, starting Kyle Pitts or starting AJ Brown?
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Let's just
But
say it's all up for debate.
I
But
think
the computer likes me.
this whole lineup is up for debate. All right, next game, Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers versus Three Ball Combo. Um, Al needs a kicker, and I have a feeling that he's gonna be looking at
Harrison
people, the
Butker's
people who we just talked about.
sweepstakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Could also use a quarterback. But
could also use. I mean, he's been streaming defenses. He's probably going to want to get a different defense for this week. So, yeah, this is another lineup that is totally in flux right now.
man, we were talking about this over text, but Justin Fields on a Thursday night against a good defense away. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No
With
thanks.
his number one wide receiver out,
Right. No thanks.
and their defense is just in shambles. So maybe he's thinking he'll get to throw it around, but that's not
Maybe.
Justin Fields' strength.
No.
So I don't know.
Um, and then Aiden's gonna need a defense unless he just wants to take the 0.
I think he's ready to take it as 0 this year.
Oh, and he can't. He's got to throw Jonnu Smith in as his tight end because Tyler Warren is on bye.
Yeah, boy. What has Jonnu Smith done this year? Well, at
He
least
scored once.
he has played and caught a ball in every game so far this year. So,
Oh, 2 TDs on the season. Wow.
not nothing.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. Next game, What Five Meal Worry versus Shakespearean Al. How you feeling about your chances in this one, Tim?
Well,
Rebound?
the computer really likes it.
Yeah.
63 points is on the high end. I don't know if I agree with uh, Joe Flacco. They think would get more points than Jalen Hurts. Seems a bit odd, but uh, yeah. But it, Drake May tomorrow night for Jeff against the Jets with two defensive players being traded. That's looking good. Josh Jacobs against the Giants. Quinshawn Judkins against the Ravens. Also good matchups.
Yeah.
Wide
Yeah.
receivers is probably where the lineup is the weakest, I would say, on Jeff's side. Tez Johnson, he's been okay, but
He has been okay. But yeah, the volume, it's what he's going to do with his 4 catches, really. And
right.
then Khalil Shakir, a total wild card, but yeah. Um, there's 2 games, real games this week that are really interesting. You've got the Broncos Chiefs and then the Eagles Lions. I think those are going to be really good games. And, Jalen's going to be playing in that Lions game or against the Lions. So, yeah.
Yep. And on the other side, he's throwing it possibly to Dallas Goedert,
Right. Yeah.
who's in Jeff's lineup. So
All right. Next game, the Big Beautiful Team versus Shardy Fartenheimer. Ha, wow. So,
you're
of,
catching Jeremy
of
at the right week here.
yeah, of all the weeks to catch Jeremy, this is the right one. But Zach's team is so beat up. He's got 2 people in his lineup right now who are not going to play.
Out.
Right. Out. They have the O designation. That's what that means, Zach. And then he's got 2 people who are questionable that he's going to have to keep an eye on. And I'm not sure why he wouldn't start Jake Ferguson anyway.
Right.
Or,
Isaiah Likely does not belong in your lineup.
get him
Period.
the hell out of there.
Put in the turd.
We can't be laying down in front of the freight train that is Shardy Fartenheimer here.
Yeah, it sounds like the Jones boys are gone fishing for the season.
All right.
And Zach needs to, someone better to send him a text come tomorrow since Booty has a game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So he's got to make a decision there quick.
So someone send Zach a quick how-to Word document on how to pick up free agents so he can remedy that.
Don't we have a flow chart on this?
I don't know. We got a desktop procedure that we can give him.
SOP.
All right, and the last game is interesting facts about Matt Wallner versus Breakfast Clubbing Seals. This is an interesting game
Come
and
on, J-Dot.
does have some playoff implications. So J Ryan is favored by 4 here. Yeah, and he does have Travion Henderson.
Travion Henderson hits the
Yeah.
lineup. Yeah. Huh.
As he well should. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess because Dobbins, it sounds like that's a weird. They have not announced anything, right? They've just said, yeah, they've said he's not practicing, but he made some comment on social media about a hip
Right.
drop
Yes.
tackle,
Yeah.
and almost made it sound like he was done.
Yeah. It's weird. All right,
Yeah.
so we will keep an eye on that situation, but yeah, should be good. Let's move on then to the NFL pool results. Ken, who was our winner last week?
Well, we had another tie, but we had a resolution to the tie from week 9. So
Yes.
in week 9, Tim and Jeremy tied with 10 correct picks each. Not so good in week 10. But Tim, you took it with 9 overall correct picks to Jeremy's 6. So week 9 is yours. But looks like it was Travis and Jay Ryan who are tied for the lead overall. Or excuse me, tied
For week 10.
For
week
10,
10 with
11.
11
Yeah,
correct
heading
picks.
into
Yeah,
week
sorry.
11.
My brain noticed that Jay Ryan is now the number 1
Yeah.
overall leader at
Yeah, that's
103.
what has happened, Tony.
Yeah, I've fallen off the face of the earth here. I don't know what's going on.
You had the week 5 killed you.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I think you'd just be, romping.
But I wasn't the only one in week 5 with 6.
Oh,
I
no,
had
sorry. I was
4.
looking at Tim.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim had 4 that week.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
well,
No,
we were
I've
tied
been
there.
more of
So
just a slow progression down.
yeah. Well, you're only 3 behind. We still got what?
Yeah. Plenty of time.
Plenty of
Oh, we
time.
got 7
6
weeks
more.
yet.
Yeah, 7
right?
more games.
Yeah.
Put
All
your
right,
picks in.
let's check in with the Shadow League here. Al is in
He's got to
first
be
place.
crushing it, right?
Yeah, 2119. Next closest is 2068 from Lucky. So
Okay, still a little close.
within reach, maybe, potentially. And then mid-tier Dream Team is in third, Boondock Taints in fourth, Sweet and Sour Chin Music fifth, Half Truths and Gorilla Dust in sixth. I'm in seventh, and a third of a way to a 3-way in eighth.
It's not a third of the way there, that's for damn sure.
And that is going to do it for us this week, gentlemen. Any last words?
As always, good luck to all.
Yeah, good luck, everyone.
I do not concur with that.
The games are starting to get more and more important now as we reach the end here. So good luck to everyone. And please, for all that is holy, please stop Jeremy Schmidt. He must be stopped. All right. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you next week. Bye.